Hi gang, welcome to COP2360. It's an introduction to C# programming. It's not an introductory course by any means. There's an expectation you've already taken COP1000, an introduction to programming, and had exposure to programming languages, pseudocode, flowcharting, and object-oriented programming as well. Okay, so with those assumptions, let's move ahead. We've got 7 different objectives for this course. We call them course learning outcomes. I deal with them throughout the course. They're measured in specific places. And you'll see here in Unit 1, I address CLO1, CLO2 is in Unit 3. Each unit has different either program learning outcome or course learning outcomes addressed. Now, let's jump into Unit 0 first. And in Unit 0, I've got a welcome page here that you'll see straight out of the gate. First thing you see. And in here I've got the what's, the whys, the who's, the where, when, how. I've got all of it, at least as much as I can find. And as I find more, I'll add to it. Excuse me. So with that said, there's an expectation that you took CGS 1100 before this, and I believe COP 1000 as well. I'll have to go check that. But if you registered for it, you met the prerequisite, so we'll just go with that. I'll update this once I get this video done. So for hardware, I need you to have reliable access to a PC computer. Not a Mac computer, a PC computer, because some of the aspects of this course are not Mac compatible. You need reliable internet access. This is an online course. So you need to have reliable internet access. Have a backup. Whatever your primary plan is, have a backup ready to go in case that primary fails. It's like your car breaks down. You got Uber, you got a backup. Have an Uber when it comes to accessing this course. Whether it's friend's computer, relative's computer, whatever it may be. I think they should have the library open at the college here soon. So we'll have a way to access. You need to have access to file compression software, WinZip or WinRAR. I've got a link down below on where you can download it for free. You need Microsoft Word because there are things you need to document within the course. And Visual Studio. I got a link down below on where you download that for free. You need to have file compression skills, be able to know how to compress files and attach files to an email. You need fundamental time management skills to be successful in this course and be able to use Microsoft Word. If you don't know how to do these things, scroll down to the who and go to the SLC. They'll help you out. Here's a why on why you're taking the course and everything that we do. And the who's range for anything from how to get to financial aid. You got problems with finance and whatever it may be. Advising, which course do I take next? Do I really need to be taking this? Either talk to a department chair or an advisor and find out what's your best path to get where you want to go in life, what your career is, not just the degree. There's a link to CSA, it's a Center for Student Accessibility. Make sure that everybody's got equal opportunities to access to all the resources that we have and the education that you're seeking. So we've got SLC, that's the one I just talked about. It's more than just tutoring. Here's a link to the Mindtap help desk, student password reset. I'll talk about in a little bit the assignment support forum, something new that I've just created. And career services. Get a job, make some money in the field that you're studying. Here's a link to the bookstore, and then here's some hows. Now, how? Got discussion about how do you submit the assignments. Well, you're going to go take an ELO 1000 course if you haven't taken it already. I'll show you the link to it in a little bit. I've got a policy. I don't do late work. I don't do makeup work. A lot of the assignments you're going to submit will be through repl.it. As you're working on the assignment, you can send me a link to your repl.it work, and I can go in and actually see it, comment on it real time. You don't have to be sending these huge packages back and forth. So there's a link down below, or I've got a video actually in the first unit on how to set up REPL and how to create the link. It needs to be a shared link for me to access it. And I've got this policy, I call it my have a bad day policy for those that haven't taken my classes. Everybody's got a bad day from time to time. In this class, if you've got a bad day, you might have had 10 assignments due in Mindtap today. That's a heck of a bad day. I dropped your 10 lowest assignment grades. We got a lot of assignments we got to get through. But they're all light work. I give you a video on how to get through each one of them. They've changed some of them, and I'm uploading new videos this week. I think they changed about 12 of the assignments because they didn't work right. I complained about things, so they changed them. I want these things to work right for you. They update them. It takes me time to get the videos updated, but I'm updating the videos. I just redid the one for exercise 2-1 yesterday. So I dropped the lowest 10 Mindtap exercises. 2 lowest test scores. Those are tests in Blackboard. The ones in Mindtap are practice. They're not graded. I dropped the lowest project score. You've got quite a few projects you got to do. You'll see them throughout each of the units or modules. I can't remember what I've got them labeled in this. And then I dropped 2 of the lowest discussion grades and 1 reflection. We'll talk about that ELO 1000 a little bit. Here's a link to WinZip, a link to Visual Studio where you can download it for free, how to get tutoring, where to find the textbook, help with assignments. I'll go dump in the REPL info in there as well, a link to that. And then here's a course schedule. Click on this. This is huge. Now, this course schedule isn't up to date. I've got to upload the most current version in here. But it'll have what's due and when it's due for your specific term. Okay? Pop back into our unit. Come down. There should be no confusion about what you have to do and when you have to do it. It's all outlined in that document. It's a PDF. You can download it. Here's a link to that ELO 1000. Directions on how to go register for it. It takes you about 2 hours to complete it. It's free. It's huge in that it gives you skills to be successful in the class. How to find everything, how to upload documents, how to post to a discussion. So if you see a link that has this little logo next to it, that means that it's a Mindtap third-party content. If it's Mindtap, you've got some options when it comes to Mindtap. You can get a digital text. It usually costs about $100. I think it's 120-ish. You can get a full-term subscription, and that would cover not just the book for this class and the software for this class, but potentially 4 other classes as well. One price. So here's links to Mindtap resources. This how am I being evaluated? I removed that because I've got it up above now. So these classes are dynamic and you'll see things, not that I'm going to change things or move things around, but the feedback you give me, I add and improve the course term to term. By adding, I've added in this new thing called an assignment support forum. In the past few terms, when somebody runs into an issue with an exercise or they're not sure what I'm looking for in a project, they don't just reach out to me. They reach out to everybody in the class because they've gotten to know the people that are in the class with them. In the introductions, that's the next thing you'll see down below. But this assignment support form, it's a graded item. It's a discussion. I only need you to post in there 3 times. Your 3 posts need to be substantive, not just a, hey, good idea. Great job. Nice post. That doesn't bring anything to the table. There's no substance to it. But if you found something that, here's a great resource you found and it helped you and you explain how it helped you, bam, you got it. That's huge. If somebody's having a problem with something and you go in and explain, here's how I got through that, or hang on, they forgot to tell you you need to do this. That's huge. There's a lot of substance in that. I need 3 posts throughout the entire term. Just 3. Not 3 per unit or module. Only 3. I'll grade it at the end. So the last unit before we hit the final, I'll go grade that. The student introductions, it's not graded. Just go get to know everybody that's in here. Here's a walkthrough video on how to set up repl.it and how to send me links. Mindtap has changed a little bit in the last couple of years. Some of these videos I've made, I made that Mindtap change video in September of 18. So you'll see there's a slight variation between the interface on the old videos and the new ones. But the assignment itself, what you got to do, the video's spot on. If you run into problems with it, reach out. That's what the assignment support form above is for. I may be the one answering your question up there. Could be another student. Right? This is going to be a huge resource for everybody. So once we get through this, let's go down and look at that Unit 1. And in Unit 1, I've got everything laid out, what the objectives are, what we're doing, what we're covering. CLO number 1 is in this first unit, what you need to read, what you need to watch. The discussion, you got 5 different exercises, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, they're not all in order. So some of them will skip, some of them aren't graded, they're not graded. You may see them in Mindtap, but just because you see it doesn't mean you got to do it. Here's the stuff that you got to do, okay? Aside from the discussion. All right, there's a quiz. That quiz is in Blackboard. Click on that link, and that'll get you there. I'm in instructor view right now. Let me switch over. If you clicked on that quiz link over there, that'll take you to the quiz. Jump in there. You got an hour to take it. You can take that quiz as many times as you want before the due date. How do you find out what the due date is? The schedule of due dates in Unit 0. You've got a project. It's called Hello World. Download the directions here, everything you need to know about it. You'll submit that repl.it link. Let's back up. Something new is a reflection. At the end of each unit, I need you to go back and reflect on the things you did. Now, I've got these videos up here, lecture videos. They walk you through those exercises. It's one for each one. Like I said, they may be a little bit different because they changed the interface, but what you have to do is the same. The language hadn't changed. So I'm going to go in and I'll show you the first one here in a little bit and how to understand how they evaluate you. So this reflection, there's 2 things I'm looking for. Go back and reflect on what we did, the tasks that you did, maybe why you did them. Why does that seem important? How are you going to use it? Are you going to use it? So what did you learn from this module that you feel will be most important in the future or in your career? How smoothly did this module go for you, including any difficulties or misunderstandings you may have had? If it was really smooth, let me know why it was smooth. What helped you the most? If you found something that was what you feel really important and it helped others out that I need to share in here, bam, put it in there. Let me know about it. I'm not looking for this huge essay, but I need you to respond to both these. All right, don't be too brief in them. Here's the rubric on what I'm looking for. If you click it, open up, respond to every aspect of it. There's only 2 aspects. Proper use of English and free of typographical and grammatical mistakes. All I do is go through click, click, click. All right, did you do what you're supposed to do? Now, with that said, let's go back. I'm going to go look at your course. I'll make sure this is it. Yep, I'm in the wrong one. Let me pop back over there. Let's click on a link. We'll jump into this course's Mindtap. So it's loading up. I was just in another course, so that was the Mindtap for that course. If you've got Google Chrome as your browser and pop-ups enabled, this will work. If you don't have pop-ups enabled, this is not going to work. For me, I just click up here, go down to settings, search for pop-ups, and enable them or allow them. So here's the first exercise that you've got to go through and do in Mindtap for C#. Over here on the right, see that little blue icon? That's the full book, digital version of the book. If you click on it, that'll open the book up, and you can actually go search it. Now, on the left over here is the directions on what they expect of you. They want this to be the output. You're going to compile a test program that has the person's name, date of birth, the work phone number, cell phone number. So there's the instructions part of it where you see the instructions, the coding, and your terminal input-output. We click the next one down, that's the tasks. What are they looking for? When they expand it, and you can expand and dig even deeper, tap the task, test the code for a name, looking in the code for the work number, looking for a pattern. They're looking for the /, 2 numbers /, 2 numbers /, 4 numbers. So there's specific things that they're looking for. Now, once you've done it, you've written your code, click the checks, and it'll go check for it. And it says, look, we're looking for something. We searched for it. Here's what we were looking for. We didn't get it. And each one, same thing. Same thing. So it's looking for something specific. Now, if we go back and we look in the course, and we click over here on this little video, pop this little video up, and go look at it. Here's me doing a video walkthrough of the entire exercise. Now I've got sound turned off on it, but when you've got it, you'll have sound. So we go through 4 right lines, modified each one to where it's set up the right way. Boom. Okay. Get this to shut down for me. Okay. Went outside the screen and it got hung up on me. So that'll walk you through that Mindtap exercise, step by step, everything you need to do. So that's the easy part. When you get to the projects, there's your project 1. You do the same kind of task that you did in the exercise, but now you do it in repl.it. You send me the link. You may have to explain an algorithm. You may have to show something. Each project's a little different. If you're not clear on what's expected, assignment support forum. Ask questions. Okay? So I'm going through, there's a couple of modules, a couple of projects that I'm redoing this term for whatever reason. Somebody felt the need to share the answers and the code to the projects. So I've got to go through and redo them every now and then, so they don't have people going and buying them online. Your light lifting, your exercising, that's the exercises. The project is your time to go show that you got the skills to do what you need to do. All right. So let's back up and look again. Got the video you're watching now. Learning outcomes. Mindtap. You've set up Mindtap this week. The schedule. The schedule will be in there. You'll see everything that you've got due, when it's due, what's due. If you've got questions, ask them. You can ask them in the support form. You can send me an email within the course and course mail. You can send me a message through my palmbeachstate.edu email. If you do send it through palmbeachstate.edu, please put in there COP2360, section 267408, your name, what specific project you're working on, not just, I'm having a problem with that project. Which one? Okay, be specific about what it is. If it's a project, send me a link to your repl.it. If it's Mindtap and you're having a problem, what I want you to do is submit it for a grade. You can redo these Mindtaps over and over again, just like you can retake the quizzes. So the Mindtap, submit it for a grade. You can go back in and copy that code. But once you've submitted it, I can see what you've done in there and give you feedback on it. If you haven't submitted it, I can't see it. It's still in the cloud out there. You can always copy it, paste it into a new submission, and resubmit it again with the modifications that I give you based on what I find. Right? So, glad you took the course. We're going to get through this. We've got 12 weeks. A lot to do in 12 weeks. All right. Let's make the most of it. Make it fun. If you got questions, reach out. See ya in the virtual world.